Leukemia is a terrible illness that around 50,000 people in the UK are living with right now. It's a cancer that affects the blood, and I know just how devastating it is. I lost my mum to the disease. It was very tough when she died, as I was only 15 and there was little time between her diagnosis to when she passed away. So to know there's a charity, Leukaemia Care, that's working to support those who are affected brings me a lot of comfort. This is why I want to tell you more about their incredible work. Graham and his 7-year-old daughter Darcy live in Kent. In 2020, Darcy was injured when she fell off a scooter. After a visit to the doctor, she was referred to hospital for further tests.
They realised that her bloods weren't quite correct. Up until this point, she hadn't shown any signs or symptoms. They carried out further tests, and then it was discovered that she actually had acute lymphoblastic leukemia. It was such a massive shock for us. You go from seeing your active daughter who loves being outdoors, playing all the time, to seeing her hair falling out. That was one of the most difficult things.
Darcy was given treatment, and last year she began CAR-T therapy, which has revolutionised the way leukemia is treated. It's currently only available in a limited number of hospitals nationwide, and because of this, patients often have to travel far from home.
Our treatment was carried out an hour and a half to 2 hours away. It was difficult travelling up, so it had a massive effect on the family, being split up like that. My partner had to give up work because the burden of having to travel to undergo treatment and travelling to London all the time, it's expensive.
The charity gave the family a grant to help with the accommodation costs during her treatment.
Leukaemia Care brought us closer together by providing us with a hotel in London so we could still go and visit Darcy on a daily basis. So to have that in place was just amazing.
Okay, just going to take this plaster off.
Darcy is still having chemotherapy for her cancer, but it is stable and she is able to live a relatively normal life.
We spend so much time now as a family just making memories. The charity have just been unbelievable. Being able to spend time closer together, knowing that you're just down the road and you can walk to the hospital and have that financial support as well, it's just unreal, to be fair.
Nearly 10,000 people are diagnosed with leukemia each year, so being aware of the early symptoms is key to getting the right treatment as quickly as possible.
One of our concerns at Leukaemia Care is raising public awareness of the signs and symptoms of leukemia. Things like fatigue, breathlessness, repeated infections. And unfortunately, this does mean that people can get these symptoms confused with other conditions and then maybe not follow up with a GP. We raise that awareness so that we ultimately save people's lives.
There are many challenges when dealing with leukemia: coping with the diagnosis, managing recovery, and in some cases, coming to terms that it may be terminal. It can feel almost insurmountable, not just for the person affected, but also for their close family and friends too. John is 73 and from Luton, where he lived with his wife Beverly for almost 30 years.
I got married in 1995 to my darling wife Beverly, and that was the best thing that ever happened to me. She looked after me a treat. She was the making of me, there's no question about it.
In 2021, Beverly was taken to hospital after feeling unwell. Following blood tests, the couple were told she had a very aggressive type of leukemia.
The diagnosis was terrible, it was absolutely shocking. She just went downhill after that. Yeah, that was the end of a true love story.
John and Beverly had support from Leukaemia Care during her illness. After she died, John was also offered counselling sessions which the charity funded to help him process his loss, and he also used their helpline.
They were extremely helpful, and there's an amazing lady on the helpline called Fiona who I think deserves a medal because I wasn't coping. She gave me one piece of advice which I'm following to this day, which was get through today and then when tomorrow arrives, we'll figure that one out. Having Leukaemia Care in the background meant I had someone to talk to, so it was very comforting, but I think the most important aspect was they understood and they got it, and so it helped me tremendously.
Losing someone to leukemia is devastating. The journey you go on after hearing that diagnosis can be an emotional roller coaster. This is why they have a wide range of support services to offer much needed guidance and understanding along the way. Someone who has benefited from the charity's buddy scheme is Janine. She's 59 and was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia in 2019.
I had a very dry cough and I just was getting more and more breathless and struggling to get up the stairs. I tried to convince myself it was just anemia, but it sort of started ringing alarm bells because I was so ill.
During her treatment, Janine was initially helped by Leukaemia Care with some funded counselling sessions. But after relapsing in 2021, she decided to look into their buddy scheme and was soon paired with Judith, who'd also had a diagnosis of acute myeloid leukemia 7 years earlier.
Got hold of Jude. It was brilliant because she just knew exactly what I'd gone through and all the feelings and all the down times. She just gave me hope for the future. How was your journey?
It was good.
Oh,
I brought you a cake.
Oh, wow. It's been amazing having a buddy because nobody else, unless you've had leukemia, really understands.
There you go.
Jude really helped me and could see that there was a future and I would get better.
I'd always said to Janine, look, I'm a phone call away. If I'm not there, I promise you I will ring you back when I can. I've seen you come this far, 2 years now, and let's hope there's many more years because you've become a big part in my life.
For over 50 years, Leukaemia Care have dedicated themselves to providing people with the best information and advice during what can be a very daunting and uncertain time. Having that practical and emotional support is critical, and with your help, even more people can benefit. So please, if you are able to, donate now. To find out more, visit the charity's website, leukemiacare.org.uk. Thank you so much.